Hi, I'm registered dietitian Janelle Peterson for Food for You TV here at Macintoons Foods in Waconia, Minnesota. This is the season of illness, cold, flu, and what we've all heard about, the H1N1 flu bug. During the time of illness, most of us don't feel like eating. So what do you eat when you don't feel like eating? The brat diet has been around for a long time, and it consists of bananas, rice, applesauce, toast, and tea for the adult population. Basically, a bland diet to help you get nourishment and to feel better when you don't feel like eating. Now joining me is registered nurse Sarah Bennis. Hi Sarah, what have you noticed during this flu season in the hospital?
What we've seen is a lot of very sick people, people of all ages, but it seems to be affecting the younger folks even more than the older folks this year.
One of the recommendations out there for children is to use the brat diet. We're standing today in front of bananas. What is your recommendation as far as bananas when it comes to the brat diet?
I think that would probably depend on your appetite level when you're sick and how much you can tolerate. When you're an adult, probably would start with one and see how it goes, and for the littler ones, maybe just half.
Another part of the brat diet is rice. Sarah, what kind of rice do you recommend?
Probably any kind of plain rice. If you're talking about a child, you know, what they can tolerate, and anything without a heavy sauce on it or anything that's going to be hard to digest.
Now Sarah, we're in front of the applesauce, which is also part of the brat diet. What types of applesauce do you recommend?
Just plain unsweetened applesauce is the perfect thing on this diet.
Beautiful breads here, Sarah. What do you recommend for a type of bread?
Anything you like. Any type of bread is just fine.
And amounts of bread that they can have?
Whatever you can tolerate, and however your appetite is.
And the best way that we would like them to have it is have it toasted, correct?
That is, yeah, that's the tea on the brat diet is for toast. So,
Okay.
Yep, but if you don't like it that way, then you don't have to have it that way.
Okay. We are with Jessie Boniface, Macintoons pharmacist, today talking about what you've seen as far as illnesses when people come into the pharmacy here in Waconia.
This fall we've been seeing a lot of different illnesses coming through the pharmacy. A lot of different types of symptoms have been coming. There has been a really large population of H1N1 coming through this area, especially in the early fall. With that, people have been having a lot of high temperatures, fevers, really just feeling under the weather, muscle aches, pains, things like that.
When people come in with those symptoms and ask for your recommendation as to what they would take, what are you recommending for them?
Well, it depends on the age of the patient. Definitely lots of fluids, lots of rest, but as far as helping, there are over-the-counter medications that people can use, things like acetaminophen, which is in Tylenol, and ibuprofen, which is in Motrin and Advil. Those are both things that people can use to help with reduce fever and help with pain.
And are there specific recommendations for children versus adults when it comes to those types of pain relievers?
Definitely. Ibuprofen or Advil or Motrin cannot be used unless a child is 6 months of age or older, and then the dosing needs to follow based on their weight and on their age. Acetaminophen or Tylenol again needs to follow based on the doctor's recommendations, or there is dosing on the back of the package for ages 2 and up.
Peter, what have you noticed this flu season?
We've had a much larger number of student absences from school in this year. Just prior to the end of the month of October, our absence list, which normally fits conveniently on one page, was taking up 4 and 5 pages, and this is out of a student population of about 1,000 students.
Okay. So what are you telling the parents when they call in?
Well, of course, we're following the advice that's given to us by the Health Department of the state of Minnesota, and we're encouraging them to let the kids recover completely, to stay at home, to give them lots of the TLC that's recommended, and to practice good hygiene and good nutrition.
Is there any particular diet that you recommend or certain foods you recommend for the children to eat?
Well, if the flu includes an upset stomach, it doesn't always, but if the flu includes an upset stomach, they fall back on the brat diet, which is bananas, apples, rice, and toast, and so forth. So we rely on our local grocer to help us with those supplies.
Remember, bananas, rice, applesauce, toast, and tea for the adult population equals the brat diet. Watch more Food for You TV segments and read all of those wonderful blogs. For Food for You TV, I'm Janelle Peterson. Remember, we are what we eat.